Hello, friends and foes. This is Judy. I'll say from the onset, there was a video published by Alex Jones today, and I'm listening to his program while I'm getting some marketing done. But it's called it's something that he did in collaboration with Aaron Dykes. It's called Full Spectrum Evil, and I highly recommend that anybody who wants to have, a clear understanding of what actually occurs in the funding of warfare, and how the game is actually rigged and set up from the very beginning. It would be a good little documentary to watch. So there's that. And I also just wanted to give my 2 cents for what I see happening in the current arena. Everything that is currently happening on the world stage is completely insane and unacceptable. I've always come from a stance that these things have to be talked about. The truth has to be pushed forward as much as possible, because we are continually being lied to by the mainstream media. It's nothing but just a stream of deceptions and lies, and it's horrid. It is ridiculous, and the mainstream media is funded by the same group of psychopaths that will fund either side of a war in order to further their political agenda, their financial agenda. Because essentially what they want in the final phase of it all is for a small segment of the population on a planetary basis to be their slaves. I mean, for them to do exactly as they say, and the rest of us, upwards of, there's been conjecture as to whether it's 80% or 90% or even more, because I've heard as little as 100 million inhabitants that will be left, which is ungodly. I mean, that's the erasing of 7 billion almost. And it would only be these psychopathic parasites that would remain with the planet as their playground. Imagine that level of mental illness and hubris, and imagine it just for a minute. I mean, I just want you people to understand that what I'm saying is not conjecture. It is not made up. I wish I had this active an imagination. In fact, the things that I would use my imagination for, I've actually backpedaled away from stuff that has deep meaning for me, because I am an artist. I'm trained, but I'm still very much an artist. I know genres that I very much enjoy, but since I committed to learning more about and speaking about the truth, I mean, there's things that have fallen by the wayside. Luckily, I've done a fair bit of writing that, still unpublished, has been very cleansing for me, and it's been cathartic, and there are things that I may pass on later. But research takes time, life takes time, and I am not a rich woman. I used to have money accessible to me. I used to have a path to education that was entirely different from what I have right now. In my own ways, I still use my resources in order to help others. But my life's taking a completely different course because of financial circumstances to where I would have originally gone. But that's really okay. The important thing is number one, I harm no one. First and foremost, I harm no one. Secondly, I speak the truth. And because I speak the truth, and because I wish to deceive no one, I'm a free individual in that regard. I don't believe I'm a free person. I don't believe that living in America that I am as safe as I once felt, and that, you know, I don't know if I wanted to leave the country again, how easy that would be. I mean, with the system in place that is there, they don't let you know exactly what restrictions have been put upon you because, you know, you have you know, a brain to work with. So, I mean, it's only going to be the passage of you know, time and what will amount to my personal history and activist history and just decent people in general, globally, you know, standing up for themselves. What is it going to mean to their lives that they have the audacity to want to live freely and live with prosperity and to carry on their lineage and their legacy to their children. That's really all I have to say today. I just know that people really need to understand that anything that is of grave nature is being inflicted upon us, and it's not lone nuts, it's not white men. So just get it through your heads, and let's really start becoming adults. That would be a really good idea at this point.